Hi, I'm Pooja Rastogi, and I'm the Product Marketing Lead for Microsoft Teams in India. And today, I'm going to share with you our vision of enabling teamwork in the modern workplace. Over the years, we've seen how digital transformation has paved way for a new culture of work, from cubicles and silos to collaborative workspaces, from rigid hierarchy to more openness, inclusion, and flexibility. From individual achievement, there is a change to teamwork and shared success. As stakes get higher, we're expected to be more creative, to get more done from less, and to deliver results faster. No wonder collaboration is becoming a business imperative. We've seen that as organizations become flatter, there is a requirement for people to work with others across departments and also with people outside of the organization. In fact, 86% of leaders cite the lack of collaboration and effective communication to be the reason for workplace failures. 45% of these leaders are actually implementing web-based collaboration solutions at scale for their organization. And 65% of leaders agree that moving from a hierarchical to a team-based workspace can actually be a big success factor. However, only 7% of them say that they are ready. That is why we built Teams. It is the hub for teamwork in the modern workplace, and it brings together your team, chats and collaboration, meetings, callings, and content collaboration with Office 365 apps in the same workplace for your team members. It also extends it to third-party applications. And because Microsoft Teams comes in Office 365 and Microsoft 365, it comes with the enterprise-grade security that our customers expect from us. Microsoft Teams is built for everyone in the organization, be it a C-level audience, a CXO, or even for a first-line worker, or a person who's joining the organization for the very first time. It empowers everyone in your organization. But often there are boundaries that are there everywhere, be it a boundary of location, or time zone, or language, or just in people's way of working with each other and their preferred communication styles. We at Microsoft, through Teams, are working to break down each of these barriers every single day and enable everyone in the team to get their best to work. Through Microsoft Teams, you can transform your workplace because all your team is together and we bring everything that they need in a single shared workspace where they can chat, meet, co-create, and co-author and take decisions as a team. Teams also helps you streamline your business processes. Because Teams is a true platform, you can actually plug in your existing apps into Teams and also get in your custom line of business application into the Teams platform. Teams also helps you connect your entire organization on the same platform. Be it a CXO who's trying to do a broadcast of the vision of the organization with the entire company in a single go, or be it a marketing executive, a sales executive, or even a first-line worker, like a shop floor worker in a retail store, or a sales agent. Teams is built for all of them. And it is also built for specific industry needs, like a healthcare, where a doctor needs to do a streamlined care coordination or get into a quick health huddle. It is also built for the education industry, where all the students and teachers can get together on a collaborative learning environment. Now let me show you a demo of Microsoft Teams and make you experience how all of this comes together in Teams. So as you can see, this is my Teams workspace. On the left-hand side, you can see these are all the buttons for me to see what all has been the activity that's been done in the teams and conversations that I'm a part of. The experience on Teams is quite intuitive and quite easy to get used to. In Activity section on the top left corner, this shows all the activities in Teams that I'm a part of, or if anyone has @mentioned me. Just imagine a team where I have people across different locations, across the geography. I will never miss on to anything that's happening in my team because I have all the work that's being done and all the stuff that's going on in my team in the activity section. In chat, I can get into instant one-on-one or group chat with my team members on things that I want to discuss with them in a point-in-time scenario. So here, as you can see in chat, I can click on a new chat and quickly get into a new chat conversation with any of my colleagues. I am having a chat with one of my colleagues called Preet on an upcoming customer meeting. And as you can see, all of my chats with my colleagues are persistent and threaded. So let me go ahead and ask Preet, when is the customer meeting due? Because I think the customer wanted to meet us fairly quickly. But hey, as I told you, the customer wanted to meet us very, very quickly. So I want Preet to see my message as an important message so that he can quickly revert to me. So I can set up any message as a standard message or quickly set it up as an important message. I can also send urgent messages where the recipient of the message will get a notification every 2 minutes for the next 20 minutes. Think about how relevant can this be in a team trying to resolve a customer escalation or in a healthcare scenario or many more such scenarios. I can also personalize my message with Preet through GIFs, emojis, and memes. And as you can see, Preet and I have been sharing that as we were having a conversation with each other. The other thing that I can do in a chat is attach files. So if there is a customer proposal that we both want to discuss, I can simply click on the attach file icon and I can share the customer proposal on my OneDrive or upload it from my computer and easily share it with Preet. I can also go to my folder and drag and drop that particular file in my conversation with Preet. But you know what? We both might need to also have a quick video meeting or an audio meeting to discuss what we want to really go and present and what are some of the things that the customer is expecting from us. So that's very, very simple to do in a chat environment. I can instantly get into a video meeting or an audio meeting with Preet. And if we are not getting into a meeting, I can also share my screen with Preet and we can quickly co-author on the same customer proposal right from the chat window. As I said, we can also get into team chats. So here is a team chat where I'm chatting with 2 other people in my team and we are all planning a fun team outing. I can add these people to that team and I can quickly get into a conversation with all of them at the same go. So here, as you can see, we are all discussing about the ideas that we want to do and the suggestions that we have, and we are all quite excited about the fun outing. So I can go ahead and check with my team what are the ideas that they are having about the team outing. I can also attach any images with these people for any project, PowerPoint, or anything that we are wanting to showcase during that fun activity or any other activity that we are discussing. The other interesting thing is that I want to tell Preet and Simran about the location where we are planning this fun activity. So that's very simple to do again in Teams. I can go to Places and we are having this fun outing in a place called Cyber Hub. So when I go into places and click on Cyber Hub, I can instantly share the location of where we are planning to have our fun outing. And the entire team on that group chat can get the directions and also go to the website of that particular location. But hey, a lot of times what happens is that while we're having a group chat, we might realize that there is another member in our team who also needs to be included in that group. And there is a particular person in our team called Sonia who's done these fun outings a lot of times earlier. So let me go ahead and include Sonia into our fun outing team. I can simply go on the people bar on top and click on Add People and add Sonia to our team. I can also select the chat history so that she gets the context of the conversations that we are having. So with that, very simply, I can get into group chats and also add more people into my group. Now let me show you how all of this experience comes in a team. Now think of teams as projects that a team is working on together, and they're working very, very closely to get something done. Here in Teams, there is a Mark 8 project. It's a new product that we're launching in the market. So here I have various teams, and I also have channels within the team. Think of team as the main project that you're working on together with the other people within your organization, and channels as various subtopics within that particular project. So as you can see here, in Mark 8 project team, I've got multiple channels on the things that we want to get done. I can go to the general channel and see and share message with my entire team in a go. I can also click on the Mark 8 project and manage my team. Within this, I can add members to the team, and I can also share what role each of these members are having in that team and edit it. I can see if there are any pending requests for people who have requested to join my team. I can add or remove channels of my team and also do multiple settings of personalizing my team. Now let me go to the different channels within this team. As you can see, while we work with different people in a particular project, there are conversations that we need to have, there are files that we need to share, and there are meetings that we need to do with each other. So with this team, there are multiple things that we are working on together, and there are files that we are sharing with each other. I will go to the launch event plan because that's the most important that we need to immediately work on. So here, as you can see, all of our conversations and files that we've been sharing with each other are persistent and threaded. And it's very easy for the team members to go back and see what has been the activity that's been done in the team. So I can ask Preet, what is the status of the launch event plan? And with that, very simply, I can send a message to my entire project team in one go. Well, as I said, it's also important for me to share files with my team members. So I have created a go-to-market plan for this new project. And as I was saying, I can simply go to this file on my desktop or in my OneDrive and drag and drop it in my team. And with that, very simply, I can go and I can share any document that I want to share with my team instantly. So here, as you saw, I drag and dropped a document that I wanted to share with my team, and I am easily able to share it with my entire team in a single go. The other thing that is important is that we might also want to see all the files that we have shared with each other. And I can go to the file section and see all the files that we have shared with each other as a team. This makes it very, very easy for me to see all the files that we have shared with each other. The other interesting thing that I want to show you is co-authoring and co-creation. So Preet and I and other people in our team have been working on a Project 8 launch event plan. I can easily go, and as I showed you, we can drag and drop the Project 8 launch event plan PowerPoint into my team. I can also add it as a tab on top because I don't want team members to go into the file section. I want them to have access to this Project 8 launch event plan at any point in time. So team members can go here and they can very simply go and start co-authoring on any files that we've shared with them. So now let me show you how Preet and I are able to co-author on the same file at the same time. These are various roles and responsibilities of people who need to work together to get this project launched. So let me go ahead and include some of the team members that I think need to be included as a part of this team. And as you can see here, Preet is also co-authoring this document at the same time. And this is not just two people. You can have your entire team co-authoring on a document at the same time. We can also go here and add any important content that we want to share with each other. So while I'm doing the additions out here, Preet can also, from his own workspace, add content link to the things that he will include and he is taking care of. You can see here Preet is adding content link from his end. So this is how seamless the experience of co-authoring and co-creation is on Teams. Now let me go back and show you how is the meeting experience on Microsoft Teams. I can get into instant meeting as I showed you through the chat window, or I can also go to my calendar and schedule meetings with my team members. I can also see what are the upcoming meetings that I need to join in. Let me show you how I create a new meeting. So I can go to my calendar and simply click on the new meeting. I can create a new meeting with my entire team, or I can also set up a live event. A live event is a meeting broadcast through which a CXO can have a meeting broadcast with the entire organization in a single go. I will share more of this as we move ahead in the slides. But for now, it is important for me to set up a meeting with my team for this particular launch event. So let me show you how easily I set up that meeting. I can click on the title of the meeting, set up the time, and also decide if it is a repeat meeting. So let me set it up as a one-time meeting. And here I can select some team members or also very simply add a channel to this team meeting. So because this is a meeting with Mark 8 project launch team, I can simply go here and type project 8, Mark 8 project, and include the team members which are in the launch event channel and schedule a meeting with them. This is how simply I can schedule an instant meeting with my entire team in a single go. And as I do that, you can see that the team meeting sits in the launch event channel instantly. Now let Preet and I get into a meeting and show you how this experience comes alive in a team meeting. So we are going to the launch event meeting sync, and I'm going to join the launch We Team weekly sync. As I go into the meeting, you can see this is the experience of Teams meeting. I can click on my camera and I can share my video with my team members. And so can my team members share an instant or a scheduled video meeting with me. Well, a lot of times it might also happen that I might be taking a meeting from outside of my office. No problem. I can go into the background effect of my team and I can select a very professional background for me. This helps me ensure that my team members get the attention of the discussion which is happening and I get their attention to the conversation at hand and not get them distracted with things in my background. Okay, so here is Preet, and let's see how the video meeting experience looks like. Hi Preet, how are you doing? Okay, so with Preet, as we share our video or audio meetings, we can also share our desktop with each other. So from the share button, you can see I can share my desktop with Preet, or I can also share any existing files that we're discussing on. The other interesting thing is that we can all whiteboard as we go along on some new ideas that we want to discuss with each other. During the meeting, we can also take meeting notes, and we can get into an instant conversation as well. So think about a situation where multiple people in your team are together in a video meeting, and while you're discussing, there could be certain questions or other ideas that could be floating in. Team members can easily share notes as they're having conversations with each other. Okay, so that is the meeting experience. I can also see which participants have got added to my meeting through the Show Participate button. And if there is any participant who is not added to the meeting, I can quickly type their name and get them included into that particular meeting as well. And while I do this meeting, I also have the option of recording my meeting. So I can click on the Start Recording button and record my meeting. So let me show you how that experience looks. This is how the meeting recording happens. And let me hang up and show you how this meeting recording now comes and sits very easily into my team meeting. So here you can see the meeting is already sitting into my channel for the launch event plan. And before the meeting, we all shared files and we all had a chat about what the launch event plan will be. During the meeting, you saw that we were able to get into an instant meeting. We were able to blur our background or also do custom background to ensure the team focuses on me and the things that I'm discussing and doesn't get distracted with things that are happening in the background. We can also take notes and have conversations as we are meeting. And we can also start to record the meeting. We can share our files and we can also co-author our files as we are in the meeting. And we can also whiteboard. So there is a very rich meeting experience in Teams before and during the meeting. But even after the meeting, think about a team who is in different time zones, and they might not be able to join together at the same time in the meeting. So post my meeting, all of my meeting notes comes and sits in the same channel. All the conversations that we've had come and sit in the same channel. And my meeting recording has also come and it has sat in my same channel. That's how intuitive and great the meeting experience on Microsoft Teams is. So here, as you can see, the meeting recording is getting saved and it will come and sit in my same channel instantly. So no more going outside of the experience of Teams to get a recording and getting it into your channel. The other thing that I can also do, as I said, was include third-party applications into my Teams experience. So here, if you go and click on apps, you can see the host of third-party applications which are natively integrated into Microsoft Teams. For now, in my launch event team plan, I want to ask my team, where should we have this launch event? And I'm having 3 options in my mind: Mumbai, Delhi, and Bangalore. So I can simply go and add Polly into my team channel, and I can add it as a bot. I have already added Polly as a bot in my team, and I can simply go ahead. I go to add Polly, and let me ask my question to my team members. So we will say, where do we want the launch event to be? And I can write the 3 options that I have in mind: Mumbai, Delhi, and Bangalore. And as you can see, instantly Polly creates a poll on which my entire team can collaborate together and share their views about where we should have our launch event. Well, a few of my team members have already started to vote, and I can also simply cast my vote by clicking on the option and submitting my vote. And if you see here, very easily we can also get the analysis of where my team members want the event to be. No more going anywhere, no more getting into any other experience or application. Everything sits within my team's application. So here, as we saw, Teams is really where you can bring in your entire team, your chats, your meetings, and your projects, including your files, in the same shared workspace. And it becomes very easy and seamless for your entire team to get into a quick call and have a great meeting experience where before the meeting, they can share files and talk about the work at hand. During the meeting, they can do multiple things, including taking notes, sharing their desktop, co-authoring, and after the meeting, they can also share the recording of the meeting, which sits within the same channel, and they can easily go and see the recording and see what was discussed during the meeting. With that, I'll finish the demo of Teams and I'll come back to the slides. We are very excited to see the great momentum of our customers on Teams across the world. As you can see, more than 500,000 organizations across the globe are already using Microsoft Teams. And 233 of these organizations have more than 10,000 active users on Microsoft Teams. We have 91 of Fortune 100 companies on Teams. And as on today, we support 53 languages on the platform. In summary, Teams is for different departments and caters to the needs of every department in your organization, be it a marketing department or a sales department or a finance department. And it also caters to very specific needs of different verticals like healthcare, where a doctor needs to streamline a care coordination or get into a quick health huddle, or even for an educational institute where students and teachers need to get into the same platform to have a collaborative learning experience. Teams is also built for the first-line workers. First-line workers are typically the shift workers who work on specific tasks. They are the ones who are the floor workers in a plant, or the retail store workers who are at the shop floor. They are the ones who are the crew members in an airline industry. Or think about people who are in the servicing department in a manufacturing organization, or the staff in a hospitality industry, or even sales agent in a banking and an insurance industry. All of these people are very, very important to your organization. They are the backbone of your organization because they're the first to experience your products and services come to life. They're the first to showcase your brand to the consumers, and they're the first to meet with the customer. And thus, it is very important for you to think about the digital requirements of these first-line workers. But today, as we see, these first-line workers face very unique challenges because of fragmented technology that they work with. They are typically using outdated and obsolete tools and manual processes which are extremely time-consuming to get their work done. They're typically slow on receiving information and resources and even expertise when they need to resolve any issues of the customer. They're often behind on latest training or practices and even procedures. And thus, a lot of times they feel being disconnected from the team and from the organization. A lot of these first-line workers use consumer applications, and which is why they are exposed to uneven security practices, which can also be quite harmful for your organization. Microsoft Teams empowers all these first-line workers in your organization with 7 key feature sets. Microsoft Teams platform helps you bring in not only the existing applications of your first-line workers, but also any customized or custom built-in applications for your first-line workers into the Teams platform. You will hear more about the Teams platform in the upcoming sessions as you go ahead during the day. Shifts is integrated into Microsoft Teams, and with Shifts, managers can very easily schedule tasks and also see the requests that they have got from their first-line workers. They can also plan and add new tasks and schedules for their first-line workers and give them notes on the stuff that they are supposed to work on. The first-line users, on the other hand, can see their schedules on their mobile phones, and they can easily swap their shifts with their peers or also offer any open shifts that they have and request for time off from their mobile phone experience. The time clock capability in Shifts helps these first-line workers to also track the time and also have the geolocation capability built in. And you can also bring in your workforce management tools and integrate it with Shifts through the Graph API for Shifts. Microsoft Teams has built-in first-line worker customized template, which you can already use, or you can also build in your custom app policy for your first-line workers to ensure that they use the apps which are most relevant for them. First-line workers can further also customize the Teams experience on their mobile phones to make it very easy and simple and intuitive to get their work done. And they can also set up quiet hours so that they remain focused on the job at hand. With Microsoft Teams, first-line workers spend on an average of 1.6 hours a week to go through the company updates and reviewing them. With Microsoft Teams, you can easily surface your company intranet in a team and share it very easily with all of the users at the same go. You can also broadcast a team meeting with the first-line workers to enable them on something in a single go and share announcements with these users. And with praise automatically included into Teams, you can also motivate and encourage your first-line workers. With the core capability of Microsoft Teams, first-line workers can get into chats and can also communicate with their peers and with people who are experts who can help them with quick expertise to solve any customer-related issues. And last but not the least, you can also enable your first-line workers to access any important trainings or procedures by simply sharing those materials in a first-line worker team. And your entire first-line workers can get enabled and have the latest access to the most updated trainings in a single go. They can also ask questions and collaborate with each other if they have any questions on things that are there in the training. And as I said, because Teams comes with Office 365 and Microsoft 365, it comes with the power of the enterprise-grade security, compliance, and manageability that our customers expect even for their first-line workers. Well, we've seen that organizations who think about their first-line workers also see the benefits of digitizing these first-line workers. 91% of business leaders indicate that there is an increase in the first-line workers' performance and productivity when they are digitally empowered. 64% of leaders indicate that there is a decrease in the employee turnover when their first-line workers have digital tools to connect and communicate with people in the organization. 70% of organizations feel that empowering first-line workers also leads to increased sales and revenue. That can be a huge benefit for you to also have a competitive edge for your organization. And 81% executives agree that first-line worker autonomy makes organizations more competitive. Because all of these workers across your organization, from the CXO to the information worker to the first-line worker, would work on different kinds of devices, Microsoft Teams today is enabled for across devices. Microsoft Teams Client comes for a desktop version, for a mobile version, and even for a web version. And it supports Windows OS operating system and is available on Edge, Chrome, and Firefox. This is how the shift experience on Microsoft Teams is for the first-line worker manager who's trying to schedule a shift for his first-line workers on the desktop. So as you can see here, the manager can easily create schedule for the entire first-line worker, and they can also create notes for the first-line workers on the tasks that they need to do. They can also see requests that have come in from their first-line workers and easily approve or deny those requests. On the mobile phone, the first-line workers can easily see the schedule and shifts that they have for the day. They can also swap or offer their shifts to their co-workers, and they can also see any open shifts. They can also ask for any time offs, and the requests will go to their managers. Now let me show you a demo of how some of these features come alive on Teams on the desktop and the mobile version. Okay, so I'm back on my Teams experience, and as you can see, I have created a channel specifically for the sales agents who I want to train or I want to share announcements with for the upcoming launch and tell them more about my product. So here, as you can see, I can create an announcement for my sales agents. I can type in a headline and send them something. I can attach the details about my product or tell them something about the new product launch that I'm doing. As I said, we can also set up live events for the entire first-line workers in a go. So think about this new product launch. I might want to schedule a meeting for the entire sales agent to talk to them about the new product features and how they can go and sell it into the market. So I will show you how easily we can set up a new live meeting in Microsoft Teams. You can go to the calendar, and on top you can see I can set up a new meeting. We had already set up a meeting with our team, but I can set it up as a live event. When I do that, you can see that I have a title that I can add to this live event, and I can add who is a producer. I can also invite presenters to this live event. So if Preet is a presenter, he is a part of the sales team, and I want him to enable the entire sales agent team on the product features. I can add him as a presenter. And when I click on next, I will be able to see what time and what specific features I want to enable in my live meeting. So let me go and do a test of this live meeting. I can add any location, and I can also set up the time for this live event. And I can add any details that I want to share with the invitees. Now when I click on next, as you can see, I can set up this live event for people and groups specifically, and I can add their names, or I can add the channel with whom I want to set up this live event. I can also set up a live event for my entire organization. So if you remember, I was mentioning about a CEO who wants to set up a live event for the entire organization to share the company's vision or to talk about the company's results that have come in. They can easily do it as an org-wide live event. I can also go and set up a public event where you might want to set up a public event for people who are even outside of your organization. And when you do this, you can easily go ahead and also select what specifics you want for your live event. You can choose to have recording available for the presenter and the producer, and also have recording available for the entire team. And once you select this, your live event gets automatically recorded. Let me go ahead and select it as an org-wide live event. And when I schedule it, it automatically becomes a live event. Now I can share the link of this live event with my entire team. I can post it in a channel or a team, or even send an email to people outside of my organization and tell them about this live event. They can simply click on this link and get on to that particular live event. Now let me close this and show you the live event that I've already set up for my sales team. So this is a live event that I've already set up for my sales team, where Preet is a presenter and I'm a producer. Let me show you how the experience of live events on Teams looks like for the presenter and the producer. I will go ahead and join the meeting. As you can see here, the live event experience is very different from a regular meeting, where today as a producer and a presenter, I can upload any files and I can send them live and to a queue. And once my meeting starts, I can simply make them live and share them with the entire audience in a single go. So this is how the live event experience is on Microsoft Teams. Now let me show you how the experience of Microsoft Teams is on a mobile phone. Now I'm showing you how Teams experience is on the mobile. So on your mobile, as you can see, once you start using Teams, the experience on mobile is quite intuitive and quite easy. I can see the same things that I saw on my desktop version. I can see my activities, I can see chats, I can see any teams that I'm a part of and the activity happening there, my meetings, and I can also see organization. One very interesting thing on the mobile experience of Teams is that I can actually go ahead and edit the customized experience that I have on my mobile phone. So here I can simply go on edit and I can edit the navigation bar. So think about a first-line worker who might not want a lot of these features on their own mobile phones. So they can easily go and drag and drop the features that they do not want and are not relevant for them. This is how they can simply make the mobile experience much more relevant for the apps that are most relevant and useful for them. First-line workers can also go and set up quiet hours. So through this, they can go and set up any quiet hours where they want to be focused on the work at hand. Now let me show you how the chat experience is on Microsoft Teams. As I showed you, all the things that are there on the desktop version, I can also do on my mobile phones. Well, with Preet, I can go ahead and have any conversations with him in the chat window. And similarly, I can do in a group chat. There are other interesting features which are also available on the mobile phone. As we saw at Places on my desktop version, I can go to location feature on my mobile phone, and a first-line worker can easily share the location of any customer that they have gone ahead to service any problem that they are facing with a certain product. They can also share and tell their team members or even their management about things that they are doing through the chat function. And they can also record video messages and share it with their team through the video recording function on the chat application. The other interesting thing is that first-line workers can also go ahead and share any images that they want to share with their team. Let me show you two examples of what they can do which are very, very relevant to the work they have at hand. The first one is where a first-line worker might be at a customer location and might want to share a document which is there. So this is a document that I have from a customer location, and I want to share this document with my team members. I can simply go here, and as you can see, the document feature is intuitively selecting the document that I want to share. And this document is quite crumpled. So let me go and take an image of this document. And as you see, the document is automatically cropped and cleaned out, and I can share it with my team members or with my management. The other interesting feature that I can do is annotate images. So again, on the camera, I will go and I will take an image of something that I'm working, and I want to get the attention of my team members to something very specific. I can easily go and take an image, and through the annotate function built into Teams, I can easily annotate an image and share it with my team members or with my management. Coming back, now let me show you how the team experience is on Microsoft Teams. The sales agents again can go and do work on any channel that they're a part of. They can start a new conversation, or they can also go to the file section, and if there is a new training document which is included there, or there are some frequently asked questions about the product, they can easily go to the file section and consume all of that content. They can also reach out to experts in their management team and get quick resolutions to any issue that the customer is facing. The last two things that I want to show you on the mobile is at mentions. So a lot of times in a team, I might want to at mention a certain team member with whom I need to get a specific task done. So out here, as you can see, I can at mention Preet and send him some quick notification on the work that I need his specific attention on. And last but not the least, it is also important for us to praise our team members or someone who has helped us to get our work done. And in the first line worker scenario, this becomes extremely important because the management needs to keep these first line workers engaged and motivated. And in Teams, through the praise feature, as you can see on my mobile phone, I can share a praise with anyone in my organization by selecting a badge that I want to give to them. That concludes the Teams demo on my mobile phone. But as you can see here, all of these features are very, very relevant for a first-line worker. And they are also quite relevant for the information worker. This is what we've heard from our customers on how they are using Teams and enabling people in their organization to work together in a teamwork and collaborative workspace. In conclusion, with our aim to empower every person, every team, and every organization to realize their full potential and achieve more, we want all of our customers to start using Teams today. And if you do not have Teams, to try Teams. Microsoft Teams is ready for all the workers in your organization, from a boardroom to the frontline workers. We have solutions available for everyone in a single workspace, which includes chats, meetings, calling, and content collaboration with the power of Office application. And all of this underpinned with the enterprise-grade security from Microsoft 365. Thank you.